Ambassador Sikri, in terms of how Bangladesh has been singling out and blaming India for media exaggerated reports regarding these incidents, for saying that, India is spreading fake news about it. They also have their law minister saying that, India should know that this is not the Bangladesh of Sheikh Hasina and this is a new Bangladesh that you're looking at. What kind of a relationship do you now see between the two countries heading forward? This seems like Bangladesh being very adamant on having these strained ties.
No, you see, I think it is Bangladesh who has to realize that just throwing the issue of Sheikh Hasina at India all the time is not the answer. Rather, I would say that what has happened over these years, as Colonel Dini rightly said, that there's constant effort at Islamization, at radicalization. And to do that, they constantly use for the last 15 years the fact that Sheikh Hasina, Bharat Dalal, that she is doing whatever India wants her to do. But actually, I must say that Sheikh Hasina has always been a very strongly nationalist leader. She always wanted to do what is good for Bangladesh, and that is why she could achieve 6 to 8% growth rate for Bangladesh for the last decade and more. So it's not that at all. I think we're not talking about in terms of Sheikh Hasina or not Sheikh Hasina. We're talking about the present relationship between India and Bangladesh, and we're very prepared to talk about all issues. But we are very clear that this issue of the treatment of minorities is an important one. So many, more than a crore of people, you can't just think that, they can be treated like they will be burnt at the stake or something like that. And the question, first and foremost, is for the people of Bangladesh to know what is going on inside their country. I think it is not a question of media exaggeration. Otherwise, the British Parliament would not have been discussing it. President Trump would not have been giving a situation. The world community would not have been writing about it. The Bangladesh diaspora, the Indian diaspora, they would not be reacting the way they are. So I think the problem is very real, and the sooner it is recognized, the better it is. You cannot allow rallies in a country saying, kill every Hindu in sight. You cannot allow the army to attack the Khagrachari Buddhists, which has happened in the month of September. The army also was there in Chittagong when the soldiers were being attacked. They attacked the Hindus when the temples were being desecrated and the rallies were being held there. So I think we have to recognize that the minorities have made a very simple 8-point demand to the interim government, saying we want a law to protect minorities, we want a ministry for minorities, we want that those who have committed all these atrocities should be brought to book, justice should be done to us. People have lost their lives, they've been raped and lootings and killings. Professors have been forced to give up their jobs. School teachers have been forced to give up their jobs. It's still continuing. So this kind of isolation of letting people, pushing them out of their jobs, even journalists have lost their jobs. Not only minority, but anybody who was seen either to be a minority or perceived as being pro Sheikh Hasina. Hundreds of them, their press accreditation has been removed, hundreds have been thrown into jail, they've been charged with murder. So I think that the reality of all of this is not known within Bangladesh, because the Bangladesh media is completely a controlled media, more controlled a media than at any other time that I have seen it. So I think the first thing is for the people of Bangladesh to realize what is going on. And if the world and India speaks to them clearly and unequivocally, then they will be beginning to realize. Right now, they're trying to brush it off by saying exaggeration, social media. This is not real. But you've seen visuals. When the Indian flag is desecrated, there are visuals. When people are marching the streets of Dhaka saying, kill every Hindu, there are visuals of that. When the lawyer being attacked in his chamber and now he's fighting for his life in the ICU, there are visuals of that. And it is being completely denied. It's not being mentioned in the Bangladesh media. So how can you have a dialogue when the effort of the interim government is to pretend that nothing has happened? It's a surreal situation.